Welcome back to On The Volley. I'm here back at the Shamrock Irish pub in the centre of Rome, just round the corner from the Colosseum. Anyway, I'm here today to talk about Celtic. Now, as you know, midweek we played against Aberdeen, spanked them 5-1. Some people call that a dress rehearsal. I could understand why they're saying that, dress rehearsal for the Scottish FA Cup final. Me personally, I don't think it was, because if you look at it, I mean, Rodgers rang the changes, rightly so, because with the league done and dusted, who cared? You know what I mean? Them lot down the road did win. Didn't make the slightest bit of difference. Now, we drew against St Mirren today, 1-1, and I believe Rangers, when I last saw it, it was 2-2, and I think it remained that way. I wasn't too interested, but I believe they did draw 2-2. And again, no difference whatsoever, as we all know. So now, I'm just really waiting for the Scottish FA Cup final with anticipation. I was hoping to get down to Glasgow and watch the game, but unfortunately, got a few things going on. I won't be able to make it. I'm hoping to get to a few Celtic games next season, though. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I manage to sort out everything I have to sort out over here, and there's quite a few bits and pieces I do need to sort out. Anyway, on other news, Live Score came out with the fact that apparently Dyson Maeda, and again, you know, I don't believe everything I read, has come out and said, rightly so, he's not thinking about the future. You know, anything can happen. He's not ruling out a move. But he's not saying he's going to go. He's saying he's concentrating on the Scottish FA Cup final now. And let's not forget, he also won the Scottish Writers Professional League award, yeah? Okay, which was well deserved. I hope I said that right. Yeah, Scottish Writers Professional League, is it? Something like that. Anyway, you know what I mean, okay? He won the award, okay, and well deserved, I have to say. I mean, we had a few players in there. I mean, Kun, you know, he was up there, but I think they gave it to the right person. Dyson Maeda, 33 goals, okay, this season. I mean, you know, what a player. I mean, that boy, like I've said before, stepped up to the plate. When we lost Kyogo, everyone thought, oh man, you know, we're losing our main striker, and everyone thought that Adamida would have to step up to the plate, but oh no, Brendan Rodgers said, no, I've seen this boy, I've seen his speed, I've seen him run off the shoulders of the defender, and the thing is, he's not a tall guy, Dyson, okay, and he's scored loads of goals with his head as well. What can you say? I mean, you know, when they played Bayern Munich, Bayern Munich players were raving about him. I mean, everyone's raved about him. They know he's unmarkable as a player. He really is. I mean, he gives defenders a torrid time, and you know, he's gonna think about his future. It's obvious. Is he gonna stay? I hope so, to be totally honest. I think he's an integral part of our success, and personally, I think maybe he's one of the few players that I'll turn around and say is unreplaceable. You know, everyone's replaceable. Yes, I hear that. But I honestly believe it's going to be hard work replacing Dyson Maeda if he does go. Now, you know, going back to, bloody hell, what they doing over there? Chaos, man, chaos. I don't know if you can hear it. What the fuck? Oh, okay, right, it's a delivery. They're pulling... Rome is cobbled roads, yeah, so when they pull deliveries on the trolley, it just makes so much noise, it's unbelievable. Anyway, let's get back to it. Like, okay, again, we're talking about rumours and speculation. You know, Leeds United and a host of other clubs are looking at Dyson Maeda. And I said this last season as well. I said, you know, I'm surprised no one's come in for him. I suppose it's because this season he has really made his mark. He has stood out. And you can't foul but to notice his performance levels. I've always said that guy, he must have about 4 lungs, yeah, because he never stops running. He's always on it. He's unmarkable, and I think he's a great player. Let's go back to when he first joined us, okay? And yes, you know, again, a lot of people had their opinions on him. You know, his last ball, you know, he's you know, the crossing, making sometimes the wrong decision, so on and so forth. And yes, I suppose Dyson did have to acclimatise himself, and has done, and he's just progressed every season, yeah? Now, what else has he got to win in Scotland? I mean, he's won it all, you know, on a domestic level, obviously. He's obviously, I believe, going to be looking at 2 things. You know, which one of these 2 things is going to make him leave? It's got to be trophies, but it's also got to be salary. You know, a footballer's career, yes, it has been prolonged, but you get a bad injury, and we've seen it happen, and that's the end of your career, yeah? So he needs to make his money now as well. So, you know, if a Leeds United comes along and they're obviously going to offer him a lot more money, then he probably might go. If one of the, you know, top tier teams in the Premier League comes along, he'll not only get the money, but he'll get the opportunity to be maybe in a team that could win a European trophy. That's not to say Celtic can't win a European trophy. I believe we've improved, and I believe, okay, it's not a long way off. All will depend on the players we buy, and you know, we're going to be in the Champions League every season. I mean, we're dominant, but the Champions League is a very, very tough league, okay? And we saw this season. I thought that Barcelona were the team to beat. I thought Barcelona were the ones that were going to end up in a final. Inter Milan, strong team, yeah? Really high level. And they beat Barcelona, and they went through. So, what can I say? You know, I was wrong. It wasn't Barca, it was Inter. And I honestly believe that they will pick up the trophy. Now, Celtic against that Barcelona that played, or Celtic against that PSG that played, I think we would have played well. I think we would have, you know, made a good showing. I think we would have held our heads up high. I think we would have been proud of the team, but this is just me speculating on what might have been. I do believe that we do need to invest in a few players that can take us to the next level. And I think Dyson Mader said the same thing. Listen, my video today is just a short and sweet one, yeah, so I'm not going to blabber on and, you know, rehash things I've already said, okay? Yeah, there's not really a lot more to say though. So, you know, I mean, I'm doing a video, but I'm like, I feel as if I'm repeating myself, yeah? And we're talking about things that isn't a done deal yet, you know, on transfers. Like I said, speculation and rumours. But like I've said before, I have a feeling that we are going to lose 2 bar 3 players. The offers are going to come in, all right? We're a selling club, we know that. We make a profit and we reinvest in it. And as long as we keep reinvesting, as we have done in the past, in the right players, you know what? I'm easy. I'm okay. I have faith. That's all I've got to say. Shah, I'm out.